Okay, today's lesson will be more practice with variables on both sides. So it'll just be freehand notes today. So just get out some paper and write this down. Okay, example 1. Three plus 5n equals 1 plus 8n plus 2. So you've got a little bit more going on than just the variables on both sides. You have some like terms. Here on the right, we have 1 plus 2. So you want to go ahead and combine those. Then we want to get the n's together. So I like to move the smaller ones. I'm going to minus 5n on both sides. So 3 equals 3n plus 3 minus the 3 on both sides. 0 equals 3n. Divide by 3. N equals 0. If you plug that back in, it works. 3 plus 0 equals 1 plus 0 plus 2. So 3 equals 3. All right. Next example. 5x plus 12 equals 4x plus 6. We're going to move the 4x first because it's smaller. Then we want to move the 12 because it's in the way of the x being by itself. So x equals negative 6. You can get negative and positive answers and 0 answers. Don't hesitate to get any of those types of numbers. All right, the ones we're going to move on to are going to be a little bit more difficult. All right, example 3. Negative 8x minus 14 equals 7 times negative 2 minus 4x plus 4x. So here we have to get rid of this distributive property first. So negative 14 minus 28x plus 4x. Bring down everything else that didn't change. We want to combine our like terms here on the right. Negative 28x and 4x. So it's going to be negative 14 minus 24x. Negative 8x minus 14. So now I like to move the one that's smaller. Now, the one that's smaller is going to be the negative 24x, and I'm going to add it because it's negative. So I want to do the opposite sign. So then I get 16x minus 14 equals negative 14. Add 14 to both sides. Because remember, our goal is to get x by itself. So we get 16x equals 0. Divide by 16. X equals 0. It's not always going to be 0 when you get crazy ones like that, but sometimes it will be. All right, here's another one that I want you to pause the video and try and see how you do. And then you'll hit play and check your work. Pause the video and try this problem. All right, check the work and see how you did. You should have gotten n equals 6. If you need to pause the video and look at the work, please do. Check and see how you did. You should have positive 6. And if you had it so the n was on the other side, that's fine. I just don't like to have negative numbers in front of my variables. I like to have positive numbers. All right, let's try another example. This is number 5. Here we've got 2 sets of distributing that needs to happen. So then we need to still combine our like terms on the left. We need to get our x's together. So I'm going to add 13x because it is smaller. minus the 16. Divide by 9. X equals negative 1. Hopefully this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please make sure you ask them tomorrow in class. All right, last one, and this is going to be one I'm going to have you try. Actually, not last one. I've got one more after this that I want to show you. Sorry, my pen went a little bit wonky and it wasn't letting me write. So this is the equation I want you to try. Pause the video and see how you do, and then hit play and check your work. Okay, hopefully you got negative 2 as your answer. If you need to, pause the video and make sure you got all your steps correct. All right, one last one for me to show you, and then we'll be done. Sometimes you'll have problems that look like this. And the difference here is that you're distributing this negative that doesn't really have a number in front. So I want you to make sure you're careful with that. And it just means to change the signs of both things on the inside. Oh, this is also distribution. So you still want to solve it the same way. Combine your like terms, which is going to give you 0 there. And then I'm going to add my 12v. Smaller. Divide by 4. V is going to equal negative 1. So still the same idea. Just make sure when they have that negative out front like that, that you remember to distribute it to both things inside. All right. Hopefully these notes made sense to you, and you will do well during your practice on this same topic tomorrow in class. Have a good day, guys.